Hello, this video is going to be on solving a linear inequality with multiple occurrences of the variable, problem type 3. Now you can see multiple occurrences of the variable means that there's this y value and this y value, right? Now, when you look at this, the first thing I notice is how many fractions there are. Now, there are multiple ways to solve this for y, but one thing that might make our lives easier is to get rid of all these fractions, but we can't just cross them out, right? What we can do is we can figure out what's a number that would get rid of all these denominators. So all these denominators are either 4 or 5. So what could I multiply by 4 and 5? What number could I multiply by that will get rid of the 5 and get rid of the 4? Well, I need a number that's divisible by 5 and 4. 10 is divisible by 5 but not by 4. 12 is divisible by 4 but not by 5. The number that will get rid of both of them is 20, right? 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. And if you're ever not sure of what that number is, you could always multiply these to figure out what the number might be. Now, it's not going to always be the lowest number. You might find a lower one. For example, if you had 4 and 2, if you multiply those, you'll get 8, but you could also use 4 because 4 can be divided by both 4 and 2. However, this works every time in case you want to just multiply the denominators. You'll find a number you can use to multiply out. So let's go ahead and use 20. I'm going to clear this. Let's go ahead and multiply this whole thing times 20. And I'm going to multiply this whole side by 20 because I need to do the same thing to both sides. And why we're doing this again is to get rid of our fractions. So 20 times 7/5 will be, well, let's see, 20 will divided by 5. That will just give us 4, right? So that'll be 4 times 7, which is 28y. And then we'll have 20, remember this was just canceling with this, 20 times 1, which is positive 20. Sorry, this is a 28y. Then we have is less than or equal to, and then here we'll have 20 times 20 times 6 divided by 5. So 20 divided by 5, that would leave 4. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then this hasn't canceled with this one yet, so it's 20 times this. 20 divided by 4, that means there will be a 5 left over, right? So negative 3 times 5, that's negative 15y. All right, so 28y and negative 15y are here. We want to move both of the y's to the same side. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add 15y to both sides. If there's a negative one, I like to move that one so that I can keep things positive. And 28 plus 15 will give us 43y plus 20 is less than or equal to 24. Now that I've moved all the variables to the left side, I want to move all the constants to the right side. So I'm going to do the opposite of positive 20, which is negative 20. Now, one thing you have to remember when you're doing this